Well, hello, ladies. Did you have any eggs for me today? Oh, you do. You do. We got one. That's about our normal for today, for a day. So it's that time of day, they're all going to bed, except one. And two, she's almost there. That's Morgana, that's the one who hasn't been fitting in well, but she's been fitting in better. And I do believe this one is now low man on the totem pole, or low woman on the totem pole. She's been the last one to go in last couple nights now. So, I typically get about half an hour between getting home from work and having to go to the winery every evening on the weeknights. And so I try and wait for all of these guys to go up in the coop so that I can close it up for the night. But then sometimes, like this evening, there's one or two that like to stay out. So I gotta wait them out. Hopefully I can do it. This is the wonderful meat bird chicken coop that I mentioned in the last chicken video. Again, this is like the one that Al Lumna had a video on, but instead of building it out of inexpensive supplies, I watched the video and then about 2 months later tried to buy stuff from memory, and so bought the most expensive stuff you could find, I'm sure. So if you want to make one like this, go watch his video instead of following my instructions. But this is the back of the property in winter. It's lovely. And look, our chairs at the fire pit still out, like we're going to be able to sit and enjoy another fire. There may very well be another fire, but we ain't going to be sitting there lounging like that. Alright. So hopefully in the next few minutes I'll coax them, or they'll have been coaxed in, and close the door up. Well, there she is. She's following me, actually. Maybe I should go back in the house. Make sure that it is locked back up. Let me see something. Oh, they got you. They got you, didn't they, girl? Yep, you're not going back in the coop. Alright, I gotta stop this video and fix her. So, this little girl is in the hospital. So depending on how I edit this, you probably just saw me find her. And, yeah, evidently the others got a hold of her. And you could probably just see it on her neck, but her feathers are all messed. There's a good shot of it right there. They got a hold of her and tore a big old hole in her neck right there. And it's all scabbed over now. When I first got her, I brought her in, put her in the bathtub, because as you remember, I was having to go to open the winery, so I didn't have time to do this whole setup. And so I put her in the bathtub, gave her some food, made some quick magic water for her, which is what we got over here for her, and left her there for the evening. When I came back, she's just kind of sitting there, which, of course, if I had a hole in my neck, I probably wouldn't be moving around too much either. And so I got her cage set up here, put the food and the water in here, and as best I could, because she was not having any of it, I got some Manuka honey on her wound, on the wound itself, and covered her over with these towels So she was all covered over for the night, and the next morning, wasn't sure what I would expect, but came in and checked on her, and the hole is scabbed over. I got some more honey on it, so it's healing. Been feeding her, and she's, you know, perked up now. She's getting a little complainy that she's inside here, but she is still in no condition to go outside, obviously, because she's got the open wound. They'll just attack it again. Which, for that, I have no idea what brought this on, because she's one of the original 6 hens we had. She was never at the bottom of the totem pole, or the pecking order, whatever you want to call it. In fact, at one point, when they were young, I thought she was going to be the lead hen. So for her to suddenly become bottom of the pecking order to this extent, I don't know what's going on. If y'all have any theories, leave them in the comments. The next issue, when she heals, becomes it's, you know, below freezing out, and she now is in, you know, 65 to 70 degree heat. Am I going to be able to let her back outside? Which I don't think so. So she may be here for the winter, which sucks, because I don't want a chicken in my house, especially one that doesn't need to be in here. But yet I don't want her to put her outside not having defenses against the cold, now that she's used to warm weather, or will be by the time she heals. Warm temperatures, I should say. Not too much weather going on inside the house here, thankfully. But that's what we got to do. But right now the focus is to get her healed. She's eating very well. She's roosting, which is good, because the very first night she just kind of collapsed into the center of the cage here and slept there all night. But now she's up roosting, and I've got a bar across the cage for her to roost on, and she's liking it. And she's drinking. She's starting to make more noises, which long term that could be annoying, but who knows? So, what I intended at the start of this video to be just a nice calm walk around the garden turned into this. So yeah, if y'all have any thoughts on how this might have come to be, or thoughts on getting her back outside this winter, I'd appreciate it. With that, I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.